Hey, dads, two great ways to make sure we're setting a good example for our kids. And remember, as I've said many times, more is caught than taught. So our kids are watching. They're watching what we're doing and they're creating their own habits and their own belief systems by the things we're doing. So, one way is actually to show up for your kids when it's not convenient. And when your kids are itty bitty, they may not know this, but as your kids age, they get into 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and beyond, they know that you're busy, right? You have a job, you have a career, your profession, whatever you're doing, and they know that you can't be at every game, every activity, every recital. And they even know that there's certain times when you're just not going to be there because you are out of town or you're traveling or you have this big meeting. And so those are the best times when they thought you had the big meeting, they thought you had the game with the friends, they thought you had to go out to a dinner meeting with your boss or career associated people. And instead of that, you showed up at the recital. You showed up at the game. You made an extra effort to get from the airport to that thing, that the award ceremony, whatever it might be. You showed up when it wasn't convenient. And it's not like you have to tell the kids and broadcast that, like, I had all this stuff to do when I was here. They know that, right? They've been talking about it. Mom's been talking about how you're doing this, you're doing that, and in small ways. And they're just not expecting to be there. But when you show up, man, it brightens their day. It warms their heart and it shows them and creates the habit within themselves that doing things for others when it's not convenient, that's how you build relationships. That's that bond that they need. So make sure you're actually showing up and doing things that are inconvenient for your kids, especially when they didn't think you were supposed to be there. The second thing that your kids are watching is how you prioritize your wife. Make sure you're prioritizing your wife. They see that you're going out on a dinner date with mom on Friday night, on Saturday during the day. The babysitter shows up, right? Our kids are not the center of the universe. And if your child thinks they're the center of the universe, I think that's a dangerous place for them to be because they just think that everything revolves around them. And that's not healthy. You can't make every practice. You can't make every recital. You can't be at everything, moms or dads. But if you can be at a lot of things and you can show up when they're not expecting and you can prioritize our spouse, right? Mom's prioritizing dad, dad's prioritizing mom, going out on those dates, doing things, whether it's on a weekly or multiple times a month. The kids are watching that, especially as they get older, and it's going to model that out for their future relationships with their spouse and showing them that the spouse is as important as the kids in the family unit.